What if I told you that trying to make your mix sound good might actually be what's holding you back? I'm serious. Like, I'm sure you've heard that advice before, like, oh, just trust your ears, bro. But if they really could be trusted, then why is it that your mix sounds good when you listen to it in your bedroom, but it only sounds like trash when you play it in the car? Well, I know exactly why. I'm a bedroom producer, just like you, and it took me like 6 solid years before I got good at mixing. And in this video, I'm gonna save you all that time and just straight up give you the one thing that changed everything for me. So, here's the problem with trying to make your mix sound good. Imagine this. Let's say you're listening to your favorite song on some crappy earbuds that you got for like $10, and you're just like, damn, it sounds shit. It's thin, it's weak, there's basically no bass, yet it somehow also sounds boomy at the same time. It just sucks. But then you put on a pair of like professional audiophile headphones that are worth like $5,000. Wow, this is a masterpiece. Oh, the frequencies, they're so rich, so powerful. I cannot comprehend. Oh, I will combust. Bruh, the song didn't change. It's the exact same. But the headphones, yeah, boy did they change. So like, let's reframe that. What if you were mixing that song? If you make it sound good on those $10 earbuds, it's just gonna sound like trash everywhere else. For example, you're gonna overcompensate for the lack of bass and just make it way louder than it actually needs to be. But on those $5,000 god tier headphones, well, I mean, pretty much anything is gonna sound good on them. So that's not really fair either. And these are just 2 exaggerated examples, but every single sound system is at least slightly lying to you, to an extent. Even these Audio-Technicals I got, I mean, they're like the most popular producer headphones. They're supposed to be like objective and shit, but when I mix on them, I can never get the bass sounding right. It just falls apart on other speakers. Every single pair of headphones and speakers is gonna have their own frequency response. That's what that looks like. And it's practically impossible for it to be perfectly flat and objective. And trust me, bro, I know my shit when it comes to this. I studied electroacoustics at university. Even if it was for only 1 semester. So yeah, there's always gonna be some bias there. In which case, like, how the fuck do you even know what to do? Like, you're just gonna end up chasing your own tail. Too much bass, not enough bass. 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 Bro, if you wanna avoid that, you better listen to this. Imagine yourself in that same scenario when you listen to your mix on those crappy $10 earbuds, but then you compare it to a professionally produced piece of music, like your favorite song on Spotify. And then you're just like, oh, okay. It also sounds like trash on those earbuds. What? The professionally produced piece of music that has literal millions of streams on Spotify also sounds like it has no bass at all, and it's like way too thin and all that. So you're just like, bro, that means you actually should not change anything in your mix. It's a good thing. So instead of trying to make your track sound good, make it sound bad. Make it sound as bad as the reference track and bad in that same way. Ah, fuck, I said it. I said the word. Reference tracks. Yeah, it's reference track. The answer is reference tracks. Fuck you. I know that's not what you wanted to hear. You wanted some more... You wanted some more mixing plugins, right? No. Not getting it. You're a naughty little boy. No more new compressors for you. You've had enough of the placebo effect. There's no secret sauce, bro. Just use reference tracks and make your tracks sound as similar as possible to them. When you make your track sound the same as your reference track, which sounds amazing, then by definition, your track is also gonna sound amazing. That way you bypass the limitation of having shitty speakers, and you pretty much force your mixdown to sound professional. Like, it has no other choice. But how do you actually do all of this? Well, Your first option is through trial and error, like all the other producers, myself included. For me, it took like 6 years to even start getting this right. But the other option is something I've been cooking up for you. Yes, this is where I get to pitch my product to you and try to convince you to buy it. Haha, capitalism! I've developed a tried and tested mixing workflow. I've been using it myself with my coaching clients. And today, I finally get to share it with you. I present to you the Bedroom Mixing Engineer. The ultimate course to get your mixes sounding professional, even if your speakers are shit and you live in your parents' basement. So if you want to stop paying hundreds of dollars to bald men, mixing engineers, for every single track that you want to release, and instead finally learn how to get professional sounding results by yourself, check out the link below. Because I think it's gonna really help you. You're obviously gonna get there way quicker with this course, but if you don't want to grab it, I mean that's okay too. It's cool. It's alright. It's fine. I'm just gonna fucking. So let's take a step back. How would you even begin to match your track to the reference track? Firstly, and here let's take another step back. Everything is gonna go to shit unless you choose a good reference track in the first place. It's gonna be the deciding factor for pretty much every single mixing decision that you're gonna make. Every different genre and style of music is gonna have a slightly different sound. So obviously, don't compare like country music to grindcore. That would be like comparing apples to not even oranges, but I don't know. Like fucking this? What the fuck is this? It's pretty cool actually. I actually quite like this DAC. I remember when I first got it. That's actually a pretty funny story. So there was this one guy. So I want you to do this with me, bro. We're gonna choose a reference track for your next project right now. There's two main criteria to choose a good reference track. Firstly, it should be in a similar genre that you're going for. And secondly, that you absolutely love it. I mean, that's pretty important. Your reference track is gonna be your golden standard, pretty much. So you better like the goddamn thing. So bro, action step. Go through your Spotify and look for something like that. Like if you make EDM, go to your favorite EDM playlist and try to find a track that's most similar to your style that you're going for. But don't like spend hours on this though. This should be quick and snappy. Once you've chosen the track, you will need to download it. I use Beatport, but you can also buy music from Apple Music, Bandcamp, and once you have the download, you can put it into your DAW and start comparing it against your mix. Just doing this is gonna refresh your ears so significantly, bro. Like, you're gonna think, oh, my track is so fucked up in the low frequencies. But then, you switch to the professionally produced piece of music, and it's also fucked up. And there you go, Bob's your uncle, you're happy, they lived happily ever after. Bob and your uncle, that is. They got married. What? Hold up, bro. Just comparing them like that isn't fair. I'm not talking about Bob and your uncle anymore. Your track is way quieter than the reference track. And as we all know, louder is always gonna sound better. So quieter will always sound worse. That's gonna bias our decision making. We don't want that. So you see, we need to match their loudness to be the same level. There's two ways to go about this. Firstly, you could lower the volume of the reference track to be the same as your track, which that's for pussies. Or you could bring your track, this one, up to the same loudness as the reference track. I like doing it that way because, you know, you don't want to be the crab in the bucket that brings everyone down. You want to bring yourself up instead. That's just more noble, you know, that aligns to my values. But how do I know how much to bring it up? Well, I'm gonna tell you. I just know the answer to everything, don't I? Come to think of it, it's probably because I'm the one asking the questions, isn't it? There's no real way to tell how loud something is just by listening to it. Like, we're way too prone to auditory illusions. So we need a tool called a loudness meter. So like, this part is gonna get a bit technical. So here you go. Here's a little something to keep you entertained. Step 1. Download a loudness meter. I just use this free one called MV meter. You can Google it if you want it. Step 2. Put the loudness meter on your reference track. Step 3. Go to the chorus section where it's the loudest and look at what number pops up on the loudness meter. Now, step 4. Remember that number. I know, I told you this was gonna be difficult, okay? Step 5, put the loudness meter onto your track. Step 6, go to the chorus section of your track where it's the loudest. And step 7, add a limiter before the loudness meter and just crank it the fuck up until you get that same number from before. So for us, that was, 14. Fuck, what was it again? And there you go, now you can properly switch between the two. Almost. Don't forget to make sure your reference track is being sent to external out instead of main. Otherwise, it's gonna get affected by that limiter you added on the master. Yeah, now you're good. You don't have to thank me. You just have to buy my course. This is the part where I convince you to buy my product and get you to spend money on me. I'm super excited to finally share this with you. I've put a lot, and I mean a lot of love into it. I know there's a lot of bullshit advice out there on mixing, so I made sure to include only the things that will actually get you results. So if you want to stop relying on mixing engineers and finally get pro-sounding results on your own, go to the link below. Or, I mean, you can also just keep watching my YouTube videos. That's cool too. It's fine with me. I still get money from watch time. Not really. I'm kind of broke. Yeah, so today you learned about the importance of reference tracks and the basics of using them. But there's way more that goes into using them. And there's actually 3 different levels where you should use them. These techniques are pretty easy to use. And I actually explained them in depth in this video. So click here right now to watch it. I went a bit crazy with the video production on this one. Like, I made a whole Matrix themed video. That was a lot of fun. I mean, just watch it, bro. Just watch it. I'll see you there. Cheers.